All right, everybody, we are live. Welcome back. 413 is here again, casting yet another match from the Overwatch Championship Series today. We have Q for Quarantine from Hometown Oasis Championship Series. 413 Hellfire also participating in this tournament from the 413 organization. Very exciting match ahead of us. I'm here casting with Existence.
Hey
Um,
guys.
hey.
Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup going on. Q4 Quarantine, they have looked pretty good in their last games, and then we have 413 Hellfire. I don't know too much about them, but I know they're one of the best teams representing the 413 name.
For sure. Hellfire. Internally among 4 and 3 seems to be maybe the strongest team among them. Obviously, we saw. I believe it was the last match we casted, the one before. We did see Hailstorm take on 4 and 3 Hailstorm. To be clear, there is another Hailstorm team in this cup. 4 and 3 Hailstorm take on Apocalypse, where despite how their scrims have gone in the past, we mentioned they're this went in the favor of Apocalypse, who are looking pretty strong right now out of the 4 and 3 teams. But Hellfire could come out here with a strong showing, and a team like Q for Quarantine is a great team for them to be against. Certainly, whichever team comes out of this on top, I'll be feeling pretty good about, and they should feel good too. This is a tough matchup for both teams.
Definitely. And for now, we should talk a little about, what's going on with the 413 name. Um, 413 is like a organization I heard.
For
Anyways,
sure. Yeah, thank you for asking. Actually, good time to talk about it. 4 and 3 is an organization. Anyone's free to join. There should be plenty of links around. You can actually see that right below here on Twitch. By the way, 4 and 3 is doing a giveaway at 100 followers. Just happen to notice that we're at 99 right now. So
you
I
have to be
do
following.
believe
Yep.
at the end of this match, a lucky follower and viewer be selected for this $20 BattleNet giveaway, BattleNet balance giveaway.
Sounds very
Um,
generous.
Oh, of course. Well, and 4 and 3, just really saints all around over here. And as we go into it, yeah. So 4 and 3 is composed of multiple teams. It's a system that is meant to be scalable. So as more people come, there's room for more teams to join, which, is great for anyone wanting to join an organization and either join a team or look to create one in the future. Um, through, so if you join the server, you'll be, you'll get the tryout role. I'm assuming that's what you're looking to do. You're also free to join as a community member. Um, get the tryout role, show up to some tryouts, and if you're heck just semi decent and nice for the most part, um, you can be accepted to academy, and from there you can show up to events and be selected for the rivals team, which is a team that um, sort of gets top priority among the server. It's sort of a badge of honor to be able to wear, being on the rivals team, and if the rivals team is to fill up over time, it will can expand out to be its own team, and that's a process that can keep repeating. So be around and show up to the events, and just have your chance, put your name in the hat.
Yep, sounds very interesting for someone just, trying to get into the Overwatch community. Just join and you can get on any team, and then from there, if you work on your gameplay, you could get to the rivals team. Sounds very promising.
Oh, thank you. Very nice of you to say, Existence. And we are looking to get into the match here. Looks like Lijiang Tower is going to be our map choice. Just a slight spoiler. We're going to wait here a little bit, just letting everything get in place. We may need maybe a fill needed. Not sure here. We're just going to wait things out and see how it goes. But very excited for this match again. Oh, excuse me. Two exciting teams going up against each other here tonight.
And we have to see what Legion Tower is going to offer for both teams. Are they going to be using that symmetrical teleport strategy on that? I don't know what the map is. I totally forgot. The one
Sure.
where you could teleport into that little temple. Are they going to be
Yeah.
running Brawl? Are they going to be running Poke? It's very interesting to see what they're going to be running or what compositions they're going to use. In the Division 4 teams, we've seen many teams run Roadhog on that map. And it's very interesting, but who knows what any team has up their sleeves.
And that's actually a very interesting point you make. One of my favorite things about seeing maps like Lijiang Tower, and this is similar about a lot of these control point maps. You see a lot of variation because when you're going through three different maps, you're bound to see different comps. So you can see a brawl on one, a dive on another, and you'll see a hog occasionally on certain maps. Also, currently, hog being pretty popular even in competitive settings, as opposed to how he may have been seen previously in a competitive setting, is a very weak pick. Not so much so anymore, especially on certain maps.
Definitely. We Yeah, so it just comes down to what the team's gonna pull out and what their composition's gonna look like.
And that is the great thing about the Overwatch meta right now. While we're seeing somewhat maybe of a more, you might see a somewhat more solid meta in the highest level games. Right now we're in a place where there's a lot of experimenting to be done. And with Overwatch 2, on the horizon, right? And who knows how long? No one knows how long, but whenever it does come out, you know,
Yeah,
it's good that they're getting this game set up in a position where there's a lot to experiment and a lot of different strategies to try out.
and
I just,
hopefully it'll bring back the casual players, and that means like just more players will get flooded into the competitive scene or Overwatch community, and overall make it a much better experience for everyone.
for sure, yeah. Anything that gets people excited, a new look and a slightly new take maybe on what currently Overwatch is. Who knows what we're gonna see? But right now, we do know we're gonna see two very exciting teams up against each other.
So we are on Night Market right now. This is actually the map I was talking about where they
Yeah,
could be running the Symmetra teleport. We'll see what both teams are going to be really showing from but I know um Q4 Quarantine, when I played against them at least, they're kind of running a brawl composition. So we'll see if they're going to bring that back again.
ah, little insider information. Good to know. So we're seeing currently 4-3 Hellfire on the blue team. They also early on seem to be going for some sort of a brawl here. Meanwhile, Q for Quarantine early are on a Ryan Ball comp. We don't know if that's going to stay or not. Let's see how this goes.
So both teams are going to be running Symmetra, and it's really based on which team gets there first. And I don't know, it's really going to come down to which team gets the teleport up so they can fight for point control.
Yeah, both teams are going for a Symmetra Reaper on the DPS line. In fact, we're looking at mirror comps right now, so these compositions are purely the same. It's going to come down 100% to the play of these two teams. When the teleporters go up, it's actually going to be Q for Quarantine's teleporter going up earlier. They are going to get set up on the point as Hellfire is forced to back out here. Winsy now swinging into the enemy Ryan, but Isak goes down to a Moira here who finds first blood on a Lucio. Frosty now finding Winsy.
Wow. Holding down left click, and they're just going to dub into Hellfire. First fight goes to Q4 Quarantine. Frosty 70% to ult already. It's a pretty fast ult charge.
Yeah, that's gonna be big this fight.
And Lucy winning the ult percentage, only by like 7%, 8%, but that's still pretty big for losing the first fight and beyond the losing team.
Yeah, Isak when Lucio is a bit behind his enemy as now the two teams rush into the point. Winsy swinging again onto Luis. Luis is going to hold this corner now. He's going to have Shatter, so he's way ahead. Hopefully for Winsy, he is ready for this. He might not see this one coming.
Yeah, we might see a big Shatter from Luis. Like about 2, and they don't finish off with it because Shizm pops Cole, but it's just a stalemate right now. Luis dies, actually.
Good Cole from Shizm coming out and finding a pit there. That's going to be big for their team. Saving the Shatter, and 2 picks come through now for Hellfire.
Absolutely, and Lucy gets a kill. Meow trades it back, but is it too late? Because Luis already has the grab. And if he really wants, he can use it right now. But I don't think they're going to use it because it looks like a one map, or one fight at least, yep.
Worth noting, Q for Quarantine stalling this out for a while now. Their Lucio's still on the point right now. They're going to get 50%.
Yeah, that's a really good first fight. A really good second fight for 4-1-3 Hellfire. But overall, that's a good, I would take that for Q for Quarantine. You're at 54%. You win 1 to 2 more fights, and you win the first round at least.
Now, worth noting, Hellfire does have the ult advantage, but it's really not that big, actually, now that I look at the numbers. Hellfire does have the ult advantage, though, by maybe at least one entire ultimate as the teleporter comes in. We're going to see members of Q for Quarantine dropping in as Shatter comes through, followed up by Grab, and just a plethora of ultimates are coming through now.
Yeah.
We did see both support ultimates come out for Hellfire.
For 1-3 Hellfire, they didn't use Grab, so they might be reinitiating on that a little later.
Very true. Yeah. Q for Quarantine did use all of their ultimates that fight. They do have coalescence coming up, though.
In Q for Quarantine, they got the teleport up into the top of the village, and from there, they're just able to pinch 4-1-3 Hellfire. So we'll see what Luis could do here with his Grav.
And Aminar teleporting into the top. Can't really drop in right now. The grab does come through.
And we'll see a Death Blossom from Aminar, and he gets 2/3. Wow, and that's a really good win for 400 Hellfire. Is it to kill Mora here? And yeah, well done.
Yeah, now Hellfire cleaning up the point. Both teams are actually equal on this Symmetra ultimate. However, due to Hellfire using their ultimates 2 fights ago, now they're going to have these support ultimates back online. Maybe a little bit earlier, actually. Nanook is a little bit held on Lucio ultimate.
I think it's worth noting, Shizm is farming his coal really fast compared to Glitch. That's going to be a really big fight changer for them.
And this is one thing I feel like we've noticed from Hellfire teams too. The Coalescence is coming in big and early for them now. One from Schism in the back line here, just shooting into the enemy team. That's going to hold them into the choke at the very least to get a stall for time. Big hammer comes through from Wincy.
Wow.
Wow, finds pretty much the entire enemy team. Now 4-1-3 Hellfire cleaning up.
And, okay, so G-Tech has a Grav right now, but Isak has a beat coming up. He could probably farm beat fast enough, and it's really going to come down to, this is like last fight territory for almost both teams. We really got to see a big play from Luis as he has a shatter here, and G-Tech could follow up with his Grav, but we'll see how both teams played out.
Purely based on ultimates, this is going to be a hard fight to win for 4-1-3 Hellfire. They're going to have to do something special here. Hopefully you can eat that grab and hold off just a little bit as long as possible. Save that beat for the last second. Now there's some Mitra wall coming in early.
We have an early beat coming in. Yeah.
This is a somewhat early beat, I would say. The grab now coming in. Beat the follow, but the shatter comes through. Winzy does not block that. Luis finds it.
With a big Death Blossom. Wow, that's 4 people right there.
Meow MC, wow.
This fight goes for Q for Quarantine. We have overtime respawn timers. I don't know if 413 Hellfire could get a full touch. One of them might have to go ball here.
They have not swapped yet, actually. Coming out just with the Lucio. They think their Ryan can make it. 93% now. Isak coming into the point. Gets the bubble a little early, actually. Teleporter.
They're gonna charge in.
Over top. Scythe gets booped out, but now they're pushing back. Winzy goes in. Aminor finds a pick, but Glitch is going to find 2 with the Cole.
Wow.
The Cole from Schism coming out in the back now. And the grab! That's a massive graviton, but no picks are going to come through. Now Frosty finds Scythe now on the Symmetra. Absolutely cleaning up this point for Q for Quarantine.
Wow, that was a really good try for 400 Hellfire. They got on point, they used the grab, they used the pull, but they weren't enough they didn't have a full-on fight. It was like a 4-on-6, and Q for Quarantine, they took them this at least first round, and both teams look really strong. It really just came down to ultimates.
Yeah, I gotta say, Meow MC with just a clutch Death Blossom there, finding 4 picks. That's big for Q for Quarantine.
Definitely, and we just really have to see, both teams, how to use their ultimates, because it just felt like Q for Quarantine won because they got to point first, and they're able to not waste their ultimates and just won the ultimate battle in the long war, as they just saved their ultimates and used it every other fight and just held point. They won.
And I will say that, we are on pace to be in for an exciting match. I mean, 99 to 100 is certainly could have gone either way. So both these teams playing very well right now. Let's see who can edge out a victory now. Because both these teams are close. Oh, big move! Oh, no way! Whoa!
Wow, this dice comp is looking really good.
Oh, no!
Wow.
The point still has 10 seconds! The point
still has 10 monster. Seconds. Wow. So if I'm psyched right now, I would switch off to Sim because I don't think I'll get much value after that big boop.
That's a good point. It's going to be hard for them to get the point after boops like that.
Yeah.
And now 4-3, just regrouping. Keeping their mental good, hopefully. This game has been close, so there's no reason for them to fall out of this now. As we see Meow MC getting an early hack onto the Reinhardt here. He was waiting for that one, but Lucy here pushes in for it. Wincy is pretty low here,
gonna fall down. Yeah.
G-Tech.
I would really just try to get out of here because they already have point control, and Hellfire cannot stagger their own deaths right now. Chisholm already almost up to his Cole. That's a really fast Cole, but same thing with Glitch.
Yeah, Glitch is actually out on that Cole. Gonna have it a little bit earlier now. Credit the good play from Q for Quarantine here. That boop was outstanding. Now making it hard for 4-1-3 Hellfire to get the momentum back in their favor. Now pushing into the point.
We have an early grab from Shizm. He's just gonna keep Winzy alive. Winzy needs a lot of help because he's just getting destroyed on the front line. This fight looks like it's going for Q for Quarantine right now. I would just save the ults and go next. This is definitely still winnable for Hellfire. They just have
Now
to get out of here. Yeah.
yet another boop coming through from Nanook. Isak finally gets some revenge here. Says, hold up, we're not out of this yet. Let me boop you back off. Now, maybe that could be a sign here. Something to get 413 Hellfire going here.
Definitely,
With the
Insight went back
ultimates.
to McCree, so... Or not went back to him, he just swapped to McCree. So
Yeah,
we'll
the
definitely see how
ultimates.
this new comp works.
And that's a big pick. Scythe is a great aiming, hard aim DPS. Now an early pick.
Really good
Scythe
Insight, yeah.
finds Nanook. He said no. This
And that's a
time,
big bomb from G-Tech, yeah,
bomb.
gets 3.
G-Tech
And-
with a bomb.
They
Now
might just
Glitch.
clean up here.
Yeah, clean up here.
Yeah. I just think when MC is gonna have his EMP, there's really no counterplay to it unless Isak is hiding. Isak should know that he has the EMP and just hide and wait for the beat. But it does not look like that.
And now a hack comes through. Scythe finds an early pick on Nanook, but it's not going to be enough. Lindsay finds a pick, but goes down to Frosty's Blossom as Luis finds 2 now. 413 Hellfire sent reeling after that early boop. Funny enough, with our 3-minute delay, I'm looking back at chat and everyone is going crazy over that boop. It was insane and allowed Q for Quarantine to just snowball and really close out Li Zhang. Now 413 trying to put themselves back here in the driver's seat.
Definitely, I feel like 413, they were just compositional mismatch. They weren't able to adapt, they weren't able to change fast enough.
Play of the game from Nanook, of course. Let's spend a couple moments with it. I mean, wow. That was devastating, let's be honest.
Yeah. Hey, look at Shizm, 36% of team damage taken. Shows how fast he's been farming up those coals.
Very true. And we are going to go to a 3-minute break here in between maps. We will see you guys on the other side.
Definitely.
Watching the ocean with you, baby, up with a slow motion crew, and we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us, and we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun, could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but where to say it, and I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, even if my jokes aren't funny.
Hey, it's your homie. Sorry, it's your home.
All right, I am back here with Existence yet again. We're going to continue casting after what was a pretty big upset. 413 Hellfires, I'm just finding out and being informed, was 6-0 before that map. So that's a pretty impressive statement there by Q for Quarantine. Now Hellfire trying to get back into winning form against what is some very tough competition.
Definitely, and we have a sub from Hellfire. Mac was not present at that time. He's now playing off tank probably, and Lucy, the DPS player that was playing off tank previously, is now back on DPS. So.
And that is big. Mac on the Oasis Cup back in the long past days before 413 stepped up in the finals, filling for one of the teams on tank and put up a great performance and did propel that team to victory. So this is pretty big here for Hellfire. Mac, a big game changer right now, stepping in for his team. A Hog main by heart, and he is going to come out in the Hog here on Eichenwald. We actually see Q for Quarantine running a Rissa Hog, it would seem.
Very different comp. Okay, so I'm just trolling right now because there's no way they're gonna be running Bastion, Torbjorn, while Orisa Monkey. But if they are, wow, that's gonna be very interesting. For now, we're gonna see the Pharmacy run on defense side. I don't really see that much, but that's a really smart play, especially if Q4 Quarantine don't really have a hit scan player.
Well, that's true. This comp could again just be trolling us silly casters, but oh, it's massive swaps right at the last second here for Q for Quarantine. Yeah, we're getting trolled, guys.
So they're gonna be running Q4 Quarantine's gonna be running Brawl. But that's a big ante for Misek actually. Got like three/4 of them.
Yeah, that's gonna be big
Under
for
it.
ult charge, honestly.
And Lucy almost picked off Glitch actually. Just spamming into spawn. So they're gonna go into that lower room. That's actually a really fast push. Mac gets one already. Wow.
Mac making an early statement on the Roadhog here.
He's saying, yeah. He's saying Hellfire needs me. Almost gets another hook. Lucy's gonna put a pressure with constant barrages, even if he's behind the shields. They can't go in those little rooms because he's just gonna get destroyed. And Meow switched to Echo from the Reaper, so we'll see what he can get from that. But there's not gonna be any pocket, no mercy for him, so definitely gonna be a little different. Mac's gonna go from the side, look for a pick here.
Yeah, flank on the right. In all my experience with Mac, he shows up in competitive environments, and right now, early on, doing just that. Now Frosty does find Schism in the back.
Pick, yeah.
Mercy down now for Hellfire, but Mac gets the nano. Maybe that was meant for Winsy, but hey, Mac's gonna do something with it. Here he goes, making space. Frosty, however, finds Lucy in the back now. Mac is looking for something, but he can't find much with a high noon coming through. He has to be careful. He finds Frosty out of the high noon. Good point. Now the Shatter coming through into Nook finds Mac.
And Scythe almost has his Death Blossom, make him farm it quickly. I don't know. And he's gonna have it right now. Who knows if he's gonna use it? And he does use it. He gets
wow!
Wow! That's really clutch by him. And they have to farm up Lucio and Ryan. It should be a win. Scythe finishes up with 3. Wow.
Insanely clutch from Scythe at that point. And credit to Mac for taking big advantage of the nano and finding Frosty out of the high noon there.
Definitely. And if Frosty wasn't hooked, who knows? He might have got 1 or 2, including Scythe, who won them the point. So if that hook wasn't there, Q4 Quarantine could be underway to trying to get the second point.
Meow MC does have copy online, along with a plethora of ults for both teams. We see Beat, we see Nano ready for Q4 Quarantine now. Luis finds Scythe though, the clutch from last point, so that could be big here.
Luis is gonna get 1, he gets slept by Glitch, that's a really good sleep. Let's see if Winsy will get a big shatter out of here.
And that's Nanook making a big play, finding a headshot. Now Mac finds one with his ult. Winsy finds another. Now the res coming through from Schism in the back.
They're in Clone Roadhog. We'll see how that Clone Roadhog works out. I don't know if it's gonna work out too well.
Yeah, not a common pick, and it does get hit, but the Shatter misses.
Yeah, I think it was too close. Yeah.
Yeah, that I thought that hit from. So
yeah.
Maybe I missed something, but wow. I guess you're right. It was too close. The cone didn't really spread out that way.
And Lucy's just gonna apply a constant pressure. It's really gonna be hard for them to group up here. Mac is just going to poke. He's gonna look for flankers like right now. Catch any outliers that's not playing behind a shield. And once that shield goes down from Luis, it's really just free range from Mac, Lucy, and Scythe. And Mac gets a hook on Frosty and Scythe finishes off. Wow.
That's big. And now the grab coming through for Q4 Quarantine. A big ante to follow from Hellfire. Big shatter. Winsy doesn't see that one coming.
Lucy's gonna use his barrage here. Gets Ana. Can only get more, but zones out G-Tech. G-Tech is super low right now. G-Tech does end up falling, and wow. 4-3 Hellfire. I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden it look much better.
Absolutely huge there from Hellfire. Really making a big statement here after losing that first map. Now Frosty, the only one from Q4 Quarantine with an ultimate online, and Hellfire, a lot of ultimates to go.
Yeah, we can probably farm up a quick. Yeah, we get Shatter here off the Fire Strike. We're gonna probably get Whole Hog, maybe Death Blossom. Let's see. Mac could get this.
Oh, a hog battle.
Here. Yeah, it's definitely a hog battle. Right now he uses hook, and okay, so both hogs missed their hook. But then we get Shatter from Luis.
Mac finds one with his ultimate as the big hammer comes through from Winsy.
Luis is just using his stuff. G-Tech dies by his own hand. Sism is trying to res up Esoc. That's pretty good res, but I think it's already game over. 4-3 Hellfire. They full hold. Wow, looking really strong. It's a bold return statement from Mac, especially. Mac and Lucy.
Yeah, absolutely massive there from Hellfire.
We'll definitely see if Hellfire could, return their favor on the offensive side, or if Q4 Quarantine is going to full hold them as well.
Yeah, well, right now Hellfire just needs to try to keep up this pace that they've started on now.
Mac is showing immaculate skill on that Roadhog, getting many picks, getting many crucial kills.
Immaculate, what a nice vocabulary, might I say. And definitely a worthy thing to say. Mac really showing up for his team right now.
Definitely. Alright, so we're gonna see Sight on this Widow. Lucy on this. Okay, so I think 400 Hellfire right now. They're just trying to get a lot of win conditions right now because they know they just have to get 33% on this point, and yeah, if they can combine all their ults, you know, grab, shatter, nano blade, and just get, you know, 4 kills, a staggered arrest, they win. So definitely think that's the approach they're going for. They're going off a little gamble from Sight, seeing if you can get some picks, and if you can't get some picks, then again, Hellfire might just win this map.
Now the fire strike early coming through from Luis. Gonna get eaten, but he finds 7% off of it anyways.
Alright, and Sight's gonna switch to Hanzo, probably going for that Grab Dragon. So again, 2 win conditions for here, Grab Dragon and Nano Blade.
And that will be a big win condition. That Grab Dragon could completely just decide this game. It could already be GG based off the comp. That's a hard one to beat. And notably, Q for Quarantine does not have a defensive ultimate to hold this point with.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how they're gonna counter this Grab Dragon or even Nano Blade by itself. Wincy's farming up his shatter pretty fast. Matt goes up dying, but Wincy already 70% to grab, looking really strong here. Isak and Shizm is keeping him alive. Shizm's gonna actually farm a Cole right here. I would save it right now because, oh wow, Sight actually returns the favor on Frosty, so Shizm could pop Cole right now, go for an aggressive push, especially
And
if,
yeah, exactly that happens. Now Sigma
Wincy has a
can't
shatter
eat
here.
Coalescence. The shatter could come through from Winzy after the big pick from Sight.
gets a
Finds
hit,
Frosty. Now Winzy nanoed comes through with a big shatter. Finds the nanoed and antied. Sigma, who goes down Sight, now finds a pick onto the point. Winzy finds another, and this could be it for Q for Quarantine.
Yeah, if they could kill this Ana and the Sigma here. Back. Yeah, what happened? Oh yeah, I don't think G-Tech hit anything with his gravitational flux, and that's a really fast win for 400 Hellfire, looking really good. Wow, just dominant fashion. They look really good actually. Yeah.
Yeah, wowie indeed. A big map there for Hellfire to come back. We are certainly in for a big game really quickly. Just want to mention a few things. First, obviously, your 2 casters here today. You can follow either one of us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/JumpPenny Existence. Would you like to plug yourself? And by the way, Mac, an amazing play on this play of the game.
Yeah, definitely a really good play. And if you guys, I'm gonna be casting the Dump Trucks versus Wool last today at 10 p.m. Eastern, 10:50 p.m. Eastern. Catch me on twitch.tv/DUH Existence.
Double booked.
Yep.
And really quickly, before we go to our quick intermission here, I just want to point out that we do have a giveaway going. I believe I'd be very surprised if we haven't currently hit 100 followers. And at the end of this match, one of those lucky followers and viewers will be selected for a giveaway of 20 BattleNet balance. So make sure to follow for your chance at winning that.
Yep, definitely. Sounds very interesting. I would definitely participate because it doesn't, you know, following doesn't cost anything. It's just free, and you have a chance to win $20. So sounds good.
And you'll be updated every time we go live with another exciting match. And we will see you guys after the intermission.
Yep.
It's getting to my head. One look in the mirror, don't like what I find. I know that somewhere in there there's a good guy, but he runs away at midnight. I'm sorry that I stole your car. Ain't got those tattoos on my arms that don't mean shit to me. Maybe you should pull the alarm, so I don't take it with.
All right, we are back yet again, going on to our next map, which is Temple of Anubis.
Wow, very interesting what both teams will be running right now. Before the game was restarted, I seen a Widowmaker on Q for Quarantine.
Good thing to know. This would be a map we would Could expect to see Widowmaker on, especially from Scythe here. Scythe, a Widowmaker player by heart. We'll see what they run though.
Yep. And game is paused right now, but we'll definitely see what's gonna be running. 2 CP, of course, gonna be really gonna be a lot of stalling going on. Let's see if
That's
Max
for
will be
sure.
running the Roadhog again, because this Roadhog from Eichenwald looking really strong. It'll be really strong.
For sure.
And, read the chat right now. Mitsuwa Overwatch said YouTube is down. Yep, it is down. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I just got something to play, but that might have just been. It might just be, either I got lucky. Maybe you can get through with some things, but yeah, YouTube does seem to be down. Unless if it just came back up. I was playing a song a second ago that worked, but
Maybe
who
it's an
knows?
old chat. And then Robbie said, "Don't watch Wool versus." Yeah, Wool versus Dump Trucks. A lot of history. Season 1 Overwatch Championship Series. Wool was formerly known as Family Guy Funny Moments, and then they disbanded.
Oh, I
But
like that name.
it's definitely gonna be a good game to watch because
Family
both
Guy
teams,
funny moments.
yeah,
I
both
like.
teams have a lot of history.
Maybe we'll see a scuff on the field.
Yeah.
Never quite noticed the sound of the car, the little like air drones on Temple of
Yeah.
Anubis, until just now. The little going by.
That's
I'm
what the
excited.
sound was. I just thought it was like outside my house. A car was like speeding or something.
Yeah, same.
Uh,
Speaking of, we mentioned Overwatch 2 earlier. One thing I saw that I was excited about was those weather engines they were testing. I just thought that was really cool to see. Whether we'll see it in PvP or just in the PvE, that kind of environmental stuff was really cool to see. And hopefully, maybe I would like to see maps like Temple of Anubis just sort of done up a little bit with a little more wind. There is a subtle wind effect on everything, but the way they showed it in that trailer where they had overdone it was pretty cool.
yeah, definitely. And they need to hurry up and release Overwatch 2. Can't wait to play it,
Yeah,
especially
right
during this
now.
quarantine.
True.
Um,
True.
play low during school.
The
So we're gonna see
cyberpunk
a
delays.
Widow duo, Frosty and Sight. And then we have Meow MC on that Genji. We've seen Q4 Quarantine run Nanoblade a lot, not in this match, but in previous matches. And Mac, of course, is going to be on that Roadhog. G-Tech's be running Sigma, so
Scythe
Hellfire
on
is
defense.
definitely going to win. Oh, wow,
Standing
yeah.
back here, looking for these shots, finds one already. Lucy finds that shot on Frosty, so that can
And
Scythe
Mac
him
is
in
a
the
hook
ring.
on G-Tech. They're going to push G-Tech, but Winsy should come back because the shield's about to break. Definitely. Hellfire is
Mac got a
definitely
little
win
hook on Luis there, but now they're diving on to Mac. He's got to try to get out here if he can.
Yep.
Mac's so right. He's just vibing now.
And Hellfire is definitely gonna win the Shield War only because they have a Reinhardt instead. And Sight wins the battle again. Wow, or not again, I guess. Lucy won it, but Frosty's not getting much value out of this Widowmaker.
Yeah, Frosty facing two snipers. That's a lot of pressure to try to get through. As Luis now finds Winsy main tank down for Hellfire. This could be
That was a
big.
big anti from Glitch. Yep. And right here, what Mac could do here. Mac, if he can get another hook here, it might be big. And he gets a hook on a preemptive hook on a Sigma. Big Dragon coming in from Lucy. He's gonna separate those two. Gets a recon headshot on Glitch. Wow, that was sturdy.
Scythe being dove by the enemy Genji, but it's too late now. Two picks coming through for Hellfire.
And then Mac ends up killing his opponent, Lewis. Yeah, Sight wins the battle again. Wow.
Mac making big plays in the Roadhog here, like we saw in last map. He's been a difference maker since he's been subbed in.
Definitely. Wow.
No one can
Oh, and then Frosty
Frosty!
returns the favor.
Out of the air! Goes for a very, that's
She's
Scythe actually noting the nice shot in the chat.
And yeah, Lucy gets the kill again, but okay, she's gonna try to red them, but
Oh.
can't.
Lucy has been shutting down Frosty as well. Now finds another
Yeah.
headshot on the Frosty to take him down.
And we see Mac, he's just poking up damage above. He was Nano, but didn't get really any picks above it. Just spamming. He's gonna. Oh, he doesn't get this kill into Ana. He gets antied and he might die here unless Winston keeps him up. That's a good support dragon from Lucy.
And now
Lucy's gonna
Eastack on the Ana actually finds the Sigma in the enemy team. Now Luis finds Lucy. Scythe
Uh-huh.
does find Frosty, yet again winning his Widow duel.
And he gets a shot on the nuke too. Really nice shot going down. Wow.
Wow, Scythe today. Really popping off. He did get headshot earlier, but he's been consistent when he wasn't
I think it's
dead.
a 3-1 right now, and the
Yeah.
favorite site for Widow duels. Definitely. And yeah, we'll definitely see if we get a big shatter coming out of Wednesday. Both tank ults used from the side of Q for Quarantine. Meow Inc has a blade, or Meow MC, sorry about that. But
Lucy
no
finds yet
nano.
another opening pick, but Frosty wins the Widow duel. Gonna give
Yep.
him open line of sight.
Yeah,
Now big shatter.
from Wednesday. He's gonna get Sigma. Doesn't actually get any follow-up. Max is gonna come up. He might have a whole hog here.
Frosty with the free
finally
rank finds
killed
Lucy.
Lucy, yeah. But Mac kills Frosty in the end. A little overextension from the side of Frosty. Mac might go down. Yep, he does go down.
There's
And
ultimate
now,
there. No way to heal. Now Winzy's anti backing up. He goes down as well. Isak's gonna have to stall this out. Hopefully Side can find at least a pick maybe. Nah, he's gonna have to leave. He's gonna have to get out of there if he can.
that's a good 1-5 for Q for Quarantine, definitely.
Good hold as well for 4-3 Hellfire. Did hold for a long time.
Yeah.
Almost.
And we see a little switch up on the tanks. We have a Sigma now instead of a Rhine.
That
And
is
Sight's going to McCree now, so.
Big switch there for Hellfire doing one of the signals.
So yeah, it's gonna be a tank war, a matching tank war. Frosty's on Tracer now, so we gotta really see what Frosty's gonna be doing. He's gonna get countered by Sight. And alright, so I think Q for Quarantine, they're gonna take it a little right, or they're gonna take it left side actually, from their perspective. A little war right now.
Mac is actually standing on the bridge, but he gets hooked.
Yeah, Mac gets hooked right here. He has a
Nano
he gets
though. He's fine. He's gonna get pushed away by the enemy road.
And okay, Mac almost gets a hook again, but yeah, Lucy finds Frosty. Wow, really an unorthodox kill, but wow.
And everybody was right on the edge of that graviton flux, but it does catch them.
And I don't know if Q for Quarantine is gonna take this, but they have a blade and they could definitely take it. We'll see what we could get out of the UMC blade.
And Mac is stalling out really well now. Meowmc going for the Ana, finds it. Scythe's gonna back up just in time to get healed back up. It looks like Hellfire is gonna get a recontest here.
Yeah, Winston's coming back. If he can form up a gravitational flux, that'd be really good. He's 84%, but I don't know if he will be able to. Gets hugged from Lewis, and he
he's
farms it,
down.
but doesn't have enough time to use it. I don't know what's going on with Frost or with Lucy here. He needs to be killed immediately because he's gonna deal damage. And I think Q for Quarantine might take it. Yeah, they did end up taking it. Well done by Q for Quarantine. I think Luis, his whole hog on. So first he gets the hook from Mac, which forces a nano blade to help Mac, and then he whole hogs Mac away. So that nano really has no effect, and that's just a really good underappreciated play from Luis.
And now excited to see what we'll see compositionally from both teams. I do expect to see that Widow duel resume here on the first point.
Definitely, and
So a good push. Obviously, you want to get both points, especially on Anubis. But 146 to go. That's a decent hold for Hellfire. It certainly could go either way right now.
yeah, definitely. We'll see what
They're getting trolled again on these comps. At least we know Quarantine won't troll us this time. They do have to set up in time.
And we'll see if they're gonna be running a nano blade from Lucy and Isak. Definitely gonna be running Lucio probably to speed up the tempo. Maybe go behind them, maybe go left side. Who knows, but definitely want to see how both teams play out. Might get into overtime for this map.
Looks like both teams are going to be running a hog. We're going to see this hog duel resume that we've been seeing all day. And
Hog
now,
fig duel, yep. Frosty's gonna be
actually,
running Widow, so we'll see if we get any picks or not.
Scythe's on the Reaper here, so it's going to be hard for Hellfire to avoid these sight lines right now.
If you spectate Frosty real quick, he's doing a little cool move with this Venom Mine, like using it as a tank form. Lucy's gonna flank around, try to kill this Widow.
Oh, and the duel commences. Lucy now on the Widow as Winsy finds Meow who finds Schism before he goes down. Now Scythe getting hooked, but the hook comes back to bite
They can kill
Louise.
Luis here, yeah.
And Mac's on the
Meowmc
point. He's got himself a tick. Lucy finds the enemy Widow, and now Mac gets hooked. That's not going to be enough for Q for Quarantine here. Early cap for Hellfire.
Yeah, those are some really big hooks for Mac, but let's look at the ult percentage for Winsy and G-Tech, almost farming up gravitational fluxes on both sides. Lucy, yeah, she's gonna
Q
get
for
some
Quarantine
kills.
having a lot of ultimates here. They can easily hold this point for a while, and that's
Now
what they're going
Nukes
to need
now
to
switching
do.
to Brig to probably counter this Genji, but they do lose the ult percentage on Mercy.
Glitch gets hooked, but Mac gets antied and has to back out as Glitch finds her.
That's a really good anti from Glitch. Just keep himself alive and forcing back the push from Hellfire. Winsy does have... Okay, Winsy gets a pick off on BMC. He has Gravitational Flux now. There's really no supportals to counter it. They don't have Immort, they don't have Beat. He gets nothing with it though. Wow.
Anything G-Tech's coming back, and he doesn't find
wow.
anything either.
He actually hooks G-Tech out of it. That's really good for him. He's now getting anti, but Nano Whole Hog gets one.
G-Tech goes down, Briggs low, and Frosty slept on the point. Now Meowmc is well behind. Hog's gonna stay alive as Brig goes down because him.
And Hellfire's gonna commit B to this, so I don't know if they're actually trying to take this or not, but they are short-handed and Shizm does fall down. I think you just have to regroup because a 2v3 is not gonna be winnable since Q for Quarantine does have faster response.
And Mac finds a pick on his way out.
Yep, and alright, so Mac hooked G-Tech out of his gravitational flux. Really good hook. Sadly, it wasn't able to actually get anything done as Q for Quarantine do end up cleaning up. We're gonna see this blade coming from Lucy though. They do not have Nano as Isak used it on Mac to support him during the fight. But I wonder if he's gonna, you know, pop it a little early, as again, Q for Quarantine have really no support ults to back it up.
Now Luis sits on top of this little box on the left. These Bricks looking for a hook. Mac comes in a little sheepishly behind a Sigma.
Luis gets hooked.
Finds himself hooked and dead.
Mac gets hooked, I mean. We'll see if this blade from Luis can do anything. He does kill Frosty, but Meow ends up punching him, and it looks like a win for Q for Quarantine, as it's a 4v5 right now.
Unfortunate. Pop blade just to get smacked into a wall right away.
Yep. And Chisholm does end up getting ball. That's a little overextension from G-Tech over there. Lucy switches over to McCree to counter this ball and Doomfist play. Psych definitely is gonna have to show up with a big blossom. Isak does have Nano again, so we could use it as supporting. I don't know about running ball, hog, and Doomfist against this comp. There's a lot of punishing stuns. You have sleep, you have stun, McCree stun, you have hook. BOMC does have gain sight though, and see what Winston can get here. Can't really get bugged. Yeah.
Mac finds a hook though, takes down Frosty as the rally comes through. Mac
Ain't a whole hog is two people. Luis does end up helping.
Yeah. Luis with his own whole hog now, coming back.
And which is just gonna finish with 2 kills and another fight going for Q for Quarantine. That's really well done by them. I think Hellfire, when they go down one person, they gotta stop committing ults because 5v6 really hard to win, especially on 2CP where they respawn like 20 seconds faster. But now we're definitely gonna have Sight, Death Blossom. Who knows if he can get nanoed. Shizam has an early cold that he might be able to use. And let's see, it's really up to the Hogs to see, you know, who's gonna get the opening pick and draw out the support, you know, usage. Mac's gonna go up. Mac's gonna hook no one, alright.
Lucy's alone here on this left flank. Let's see what he does here.
Yep. And
taking shots, not finding anything so far. Frosty's down to half health though. Now a hook from Max gonna find the Doomfist.
Wow.
Followed up by a big cold. Both Moiras are
both
now
sides big cold. Sight's gonna go in. He needs to use his Death Blossom right here. Or he still has Death Blossom event. He can use it here. That's a big Death Blossom. I don't know if he's gonna use it. Okay, gets killed by Frosty. It's really good.
Winsy popping off. A good few picks. Meowmc though does find the pick. He's coming back down with his ultimate now.
And he killed Glitch right here.
Glitch goes down. Winsy lifts up. 2, both enemy teams.
Wow.
That's massive.
Yeah, that's a really massive one.
And they can block behind in here as G-Tech comes in from the back.
Yep. Sight still has his Death Blossom here, so he can come back. Shizam does end up falling, and I think Q for Quarantine might take this back with 3 kills. Wow.
Wow, what a hold for Q for Quarantine. They're now ahead on time. That's big for them right now.
Yeah, and we're releasing more fight from Hellfire, because by the time everyone respawns, it's gonna be like a 20-second walk-up, and a 10-second initial duel, and it's gonna be like a minute, 30-second to 45-second fight. And yeah, so essentially, we're in last fight territory here. We'll see what 413 Hellfire can commit here. Otherwise, it might be a done game.
4-3, they do have some ultimates to commit here, a bit more than the enemy team already, so they could win this very well. But Q for Quarantine, this is a big hole if they can do this.
Definitely, and let's see if Matt can get a big pick here. We see big picks, but Luis picks him. Sight does end up killing him.
Luis does go down now. A high noon coming through from Frosty. Finds Schism, who gets popped up into the air, and a Nook now with the rally finds Lindsay.
Matt does end up killing Meow. Sight uses his, yeah, it's not enough.
Gets stunned out of it this time.
Yeah, and I think Q for Quarantine may or may not take this map. This fight went a little faster than I thought, but really they committed most of their ults. 413 Hellfire did, and Q for Quarantine, they have an early cold that they could use to really apply the pressure. So, yeah, like I said, 25 seconds left. The team still isn't really fully back because of the long walk it takes to really get back. He's gonna poke damage. If you could farm a gravitational flux here, that might be huge. Esac does have the nano here, so.
Mac has to try to find his way into point with not a lot of time left, but they get fluxed, and the Orisa pulls big combo over here.
Wow,
He gets stunned out, but the flux comes through. They're holding this point with 2 ticks now. Q for Quarantine finds 2 picks, but Hellfire finds 1 back. Make it 2. Now Mac goes down, but Lucy finds another. This could still be winnable for Hellfire. They could extend this map, but it doesn't look like it.
2. Wow, that's a really good win for Q for Quarantine. I thought Hellfire had a lot of chances to win. I just don't know what happened. It just seemed like Q for Quarantine, they lost 2 people, and then they responded by killing 3 people almost every time.
For sure, yeah, very big hold there. Big map for Q for Quarantine.
Yeah, and Winsy with a really big rock stunned out G-Tech from his, gravitational flux, but it just wasn't enough to really get secured a win. Yeah.
Wow, that was play the game, but it wasn't enough to secure the cap.
And again, Schism doing most of the healing. A lot of healing coming out of Schism. Really unsung hero of this match.
All right, we're gonna go to our quick 3-minute intermission here. We'll see you right back soon.
Yep.
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight. Better off, I'm gonna find my way tonight. Wait tonight, won't you talk to me? I wanna heal your sorrow. Talk to me, we'll make a new tomorrow.
Alright, we are back yet again. I'm here joined by Existence. I'm Jump Penny. Feel free to check both of us out. We both stream on Twitch, our own Twitch channel, so make sure to check us out. Give us a follow if you like. Also, follow the 413 Esports channel to be entered into a giveaway. A follower and viewer tonight, most likely after this match, I believe, is going to be selected for $20 of BattleNet balance. So follow now, and I believe at the end of the at the end of the match, we're doing this giveaway. We're now at 108 followers. Thank you guys so much for coming out and following and coming out and watching the matches.
Yep, you don't want to miss out on that giveaway. Very generous from the side of 413 Hellfire. Or not even Hellfire, 413 Esports.
Better follow. Have a chance. I'm excited to see who it is, actually. See if it's
So,
one of our regulars or someone new.
we have some changes on the side of 413 Hellfire. Octave went in for Schism, and Ink Splash for Isaac or Ezek. Army Llama also got out for, I believe, Army Llama for Mac. Yep. So we'll definitely see what both teams can do, or what the new players can also do.
We are going to have a quick pause here. Shouldn't last too long. Just a quick emergency, it would seem. Meow MC mentioning, for whatever reason, Thomas Jefferson type beat. Is that a theme of type beat? Thomas Jefferson type beat? Oh,
Not too sure.
I'm gonna
Definitely
find
not.
out.
If that is not cultured into it.
Sure. I'm finding out. I gotta know. While we're at a pause here, anyways. I mean, I guess maybe like that. Maybe it's like a Hamilton reference, you know? Yeah, maybe it is. I found a 10-hour version. Oh. Oh. I mean, it slaps. I'm not gonna lie. Guys are curious. Thomas Jefferson type beat 10 hours.
You
Uploaded
should
by
know.
YouTube channel 10 hours. Free advertisement.
You should look up
Tell him
Bernie
413 sent you.
Bernie Sanders lo-fi 10 hours or Bernie Sanders lo-fi filibuster.
I love
Eight,
those.
8.5 hours.
I literally fall asleep to those. I'm not even joking. I love those. So good. And now the pause is over. We're gonna be getting to this match very soon. Oh wait, no, we are actually. I think the pause is coming back. I lied. Shouldn't be too long though.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Hopefully.
a pause when Hero Select is gone.
Oh, there's a little Among Us guy in the chat. How nice! Look at that.
Ready for battle.
Little dude vibing.
Send it myself.
Yeah, those Bernie Sanders lo-fi filibusters, those get me through some rough nights. Let me tell you. What a hero! At least in my eyes. In my opinion. Oh,
And
there's another
wow, I just spilled my water on my desk.
one. Exciting stuff tonight. Trust me, at every turn, we are going to be ready with something entertaining for sure.
Issues available. Just gonna wipe it up. Yeah. For any viewers not from the 413 or OCS, I'll definitely check out both organizations.
For sure.
You know, 413 is a good opportunity to get into the Overwatch competitive scene, and OCS is definitely a really good area for your team to compete. You can also find the team in this Discord.
And as we wait for our technical issue here, I believe we have enough time to go to a short break. You guys can chill out with some music, and while you're there, feel free to hit that follow button if you haven't already. We will be right back.
Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up, the world is waiting half a step. Can you hear the sound? Can't stop us now. We're not back in town, know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Voices shake the ground, you feel it moving. We're the revolution.
All right, sorry for the wait. We do have confirmation. We're going to be starting this match now. We have a ringer coming in for Q for Quarantine. Very exciting. Sorry for the wait. Thank you guys for being patient. We are coming back here with this match.
Oh, actually, there is no ringer. G-Tech is actually back. I guess G-Tech left, and they're gonna find a ringer for him. But then he just came back at the last second. Right when they found a ringer, actually.
Wow, what a clutch.
Yeah. Better now than in game saying, hey, can you sub out Marcel for me? So, yeah. We're gonna see Sigma Roadhog set up on the side of 413 Hellfire. We have Double Sniper, and then we have a Ball and Reinhardt set up on Q4 Quarantine. That's definitely very interesting. I've never seen something like that before.
Attackers incoming.
We'll see right now. Oh.
Stop the
The Orisa Sigma on offense here, running with yeah, an interesting DPS lineup for sure.
Yep. And we gotta see what this double shield's gonna work out. Sight does get a pick. Wow, really good shot from PMC. Taking this high ground. I'm not picking out yet. Really good
Yeah,
shot
Sight
from
really
PMC,
picked.
yeah. He's taking his high ground up here. And he's really gonna be uncontested unless you know, Meow MC or Frosty really flank around. They will win the shield war, Q for quarantine, but Winzy and Army Llama will win the damage war. And wow, another shot from Scythe on Frosty. He's just clicking heads right now, and Winzy on the bottom just applying so much pressure. He forces out the immortality field, and he's just gonna flank around. He's Madman. He's just going in like 1v4.
Absolute madman. Now Winzy's going into Scythe, finds yet another headshot here.
Wow,
Takes
Scythe
out
popping off today.
Glitch in the background. Now Frosty finds Lucy, but Scythe finds G-Tech. He's Widows going back and forth with trades right now.
And Splash does get the res off on Lucy.
Big.
They do have a, window from both teams. So we'll definitely see. They're gonna match up the DPS lineup. Meow on this Hanzo. We haven't seen much of that today. So we definitely gotta see if it's gonna be impactful or not. Scythe with the early infra sight. Basically has sights on everyone, and Frosty's not gonna be able to really zone him out as he knows where he is preemptively. Glitch does get a kill on Winzy. Lucy uses. Okay. That's a pretty big flux from Llama, but the immortality doesn't go down, but they're also low. And then Winzy just walks in and gets 2 of them. Same thing with Lucy. Yeah.
Finding some big picks there now.
Really good rock from Army Llama. G-Tech should go down here. G-Tech is 1.
He does, yeah.
Same thing with Frosty. Frosty, nice. And there's some really big staggers on the side of Q4 Quarantine.
And these ults for Q that are gonna come through next round could be big now. That's
Yeah,
what they
you
want.
have the Bongo, and you also have Flux off of G-Tech. They could definitely combo those. Octave, if they get a big immortality, that could basically save them. We're gonna see Ink Splash. He's gonna probably pop his Valk. He's gonna get the AoE healing. So while they're all up on the sky, get dropped down from the gravitational flux, he'll be able to heal all of them at once. And if Scythe can get an early pick off here, oh, he gets picked off by Frosty. That's a really big pick off from him.
Frosty does finally win the Widow's Room now. Scythe has been dominating early, but Frosty getting a big pick there. Now G-Tech with the tank ult coming through. That's a gravitic flux finding Winzy. Now the Bongo's down. What can it do for Luis?
Yeah, and wow, so that's a lot of ults committed for Q4 Quarantine. Or a lot of big ults, impactful ults used for them. Now on the side of 413 Hellfire, they could probably contest again, and they're gonna bring, you know, Whole Hog. They might farm up another dragon. That's really doable. Same thing with Window. And yeah, see how they're gonna approach this. Winzy's gonna heal. Lucy gets a pick off on Glitch. That's a really big pick off. Scythe is just fighting Frosty up here. Both Widows not really getting much done, which is fine because it's just a 5-on-5. And Scythe does end up getting a kill on Frosty. Wow, really good pickup. And eventually Winzy's gonna go in, maybe try to get another hook off, but Army Llama does fall and they can't not push this staggered. Winzy gets a pick off on Glitch off of a hook. Wow, that's a really good. Yeah. Because now they're only gonna have mercy heals, which is not really AoE. And Lucy can use an early dragon here. He's gonna get a headshot off Luis, but Frosty returns the favor. Lucy, big dragon. Army Llama with the early gravitational flux, but there's no back teeth. Octave is gonna flank around. He did all his damage done. Uses the immortality on himself. Does end up dying. Slow overextension there. And Q4 Quarantine might take this back. Lucy does get a kill on Glitch.
Holding the point, but Ink Splash goes down. Scythe now hoping for something. Winzy looks for a hook, but gets bumped away by Luis. Now that's Meow MC cleaning up.
I think Hellfire got a little too cocky because I saw Octave. He was kind of flanking around with his window, and if he usually used that more stationary in the back, he wouldn't have let Winzy go down or Ink Splash go down. Maybe it's just an outplay for not even outplay, more just like a better team composition from Q4 Quarantine. But I definitely think that might have had an impact. Lucy gets the kill on Frosty. Really well done.
That's a good point there. Catching that flank there, that was big for Q4 Quarantine to find that pick.
Yeah, definitely. And alright, so Nanu does get the res off of Frosty. If you kind of look at Army Llama by himself, yeah, definitely. Winzy and Army Llama are kind of by themselves right now. Frosty just standing still in front of Army Llama. Okay, he's lucky he didn't get killed there. Army Llama does get hooked in by Luis. That's a really big hook, and he does end up falling. G-Tech, kind of an unnecessary.
Oh,
whoa.
Big hook from Winzy finds Glitch out of the flux.
Wow, really good hook by him. He's trying to keep him alive. Yeah. Octave needs to run back here. Lindsay's
Dragon
actually
now
gonna.
coming through for Lucy. Almost finds
Yeah.
one, but
And
Louise finds
Lucy
Lindsay.
gets flying
Lucy.
and kills Frosty.
Big catch from Frosty.
Oh,
Louise
wow.
finds another.
Yeah, and Luis is showing really good skill here. Army Llama might be able to test this if he gets his luck back, but I don't know if it's gonna be worth it. He's not gonna have much follow-up. He just gets the Roadhog and Bap. I think Bap uses Immortality. This might look like he's gonna go for the favor of Q for Quarantine again.
Oh, Hellfire stalling out here with Lucy now on this point, though. They're probably not going to get much more than that as now. They have to try to regain their footing here. They got rolled through that second point. Now let's see what they can do on third. Big pick for Glitch.
Definitely, yeah. Glitch does come up with the opening kill off site, and the tanks of Q for Quarantine just gonna run down, trying to kill Winsy here. Winsy's gonna try, take this natural covering. Army Llama's back. They're gonna push back the offensive onto Cart. Winsy does get a hook, but he can't finish it.
Lucy finds me out
Yeah.
on T in the backline there. Big Hanzo
Lucy getting a
diff.
lot of big impactful kills. Really well done by him. Winsy gets a kill on Frosty, just a hook kill. Just how low he was. I think Sight body tagged him. I'm not too sure about that. Sight.
E-Tech gets hooked by Winsy. Finds himself dead on the point now. He's in hold for Hellfire right now.
And again, we still have the mirror DPS. Let's see over this long strand. It's gonna be
Actually, this is a
definitely
full
really good.
this is a full mirror match right now. Actually,
Yeah, full wow. Really just can't really
Yo,
say team comp difference. It's just
we've seen this on other maps, and now we're seeing it again here.
yeah.
Both these teams running the same comp right now.
And Sight okay kills Frosty. Both of these comps really rely on individual play. For example, you have Winsy that can get hooked, Lucy and Sight sniper plays, and it's really who gets the opening picks, who wins a Widow duel. That's really going to decide the fate of this game.
Yeah, good points. A lot of individual play in both these comps.
Lucy's looking really good on this Hanzo. I don't want to discredit anything from MC, but it just seems like Lucy's gonna he's just performing much better than Meow on this Hanzo. Getting many picks here. Not saying Meow's performing poorly, but Lucy's just performing out of his league. Let's see if we get another pick here. Gets an infrasight on site. Does get a body tag on Frosty, and Lucy does finish up Frosty. I said it once, I said it again. He's showing really good skill.
Lucy, another pick is a
from
flux now for G-Tech. Yes,
Yeah.
Army Llama goes down, but he's going to stay alive as Winsy does go down. Sight finds a big pick in the snipers
And
for
Lucy
Hellfire.
gets two again. Lucy flanks around and picks off two. That should never have happened. Well,
10 seconds.
that's just
Yeah, when you're running that Sigma especially, you do have a counter to that, but Lucy finds the flank at the right time now.
and then
Sight
Sight kills
finds another
Frosty.
pick.
Kill his ball here. And this
Dragon
should
coming through
be
because it's overtime. Now Winsy with his hog ult here.
should be a pretty good hold for 413 Hellfire. We have to see what they're gonna bring on the defensive side, but all I can say right now is Lucy, he's flanking on Hanzo and getting many kills that he shouldn't even be getting in the first place. That's wow.
Catching the enemy team off guard for sure.
Definitely. I think that just comes down to his mechanical skill being really just better than better than average. Better outclassing everyone on his mechanical skill.
Yeah, great plays all around from Lucy today.
So let's see if 413 Hellfire could take this to the 5th map, or if Q4 Quarantine can hold off and survive in a 3-1 fashion.
Yeah, both teams right now with a path to victory.
Definitely.
Ready for battle.
Scythe, I gotta say, is making a very big difference in the Widowmaker right now. Throughout the swaps we've been seeing from Hellfire, one consistent player who has been doing pretty consistently well in the Widowmaker is Scythe.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
Lucy, of
Yeah.
course, as well, staying in low game. Also playing great, solid DPS on it for Hellfire, one they seem to be very comfortable with.
Yeah.
Looks like both teams running that same mirror comp. No, actually, not quite. Fever Quarantine instead running a Genji, Ashe, and an Ana instead of a Bat.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely see, what kind of mismatch we're gonna get between the BAP and on the Nano. It's gonna be definitely very interesting. Army Llama's taking a lot of damage up here early, but it's fine. know, we have Meow now on the Genji. Meow's Genji look pretty good. They're definitely gonna be running these Nano Blades. I'm assuming at least. And
Now Army Llama here on the point. Winsy didn't find that hook. Luis didn't find one either.
Winsy
Now
gets a
Winsy.
hook on Luis. Wow.
Right as I said it.
Yeah. And Army Llama can just push up here because he's not worried about getting hooked into the team. You know? That's a big, you know.
Lucy goes down to the back line due to an anti
Yeah.
and a big dynamite from Frosty.
Definitely. So now it's kind of even.
Nanook
but-
gets hooked by Winsy. Is that Winsy or is that Bill Dipperly
Winsy,
right there on my
yeah.
screen?
Showing really good presence on this first push. Just walking into them. If you get helped with Hanzo here. No, Hanzo does end up going down. If they could kill this G-Tech, they have to kill G-Tech up here. Now they really have no shield presence. And Luis just on this ball. I don't know if he's gonna be able to, if he's gonna switch off or not. But
As the Bob comes in, Scythe gets the enemy Ash. That's Frosty down now.
Yeah,
Scythe
it's a
looking
big
for
pick.
another.
I didn't realize
Can
how
he
fast
find it?
Frosty got the Bob. But Scythe is just gonna get killed from the
Good
back.
Bob.
They
Good
kind of
Bob
just ignored
there.
that Bob there. They didn't really show it much presence. But
Army Llama finds the pick over the mirror coming through from
And
Hellfire as
Meow's
Luis rolls on
committing-
him with point.
Blade now, but I don't think Meow's gonna be able to get much out of it, as you know, it's just going on the favor of Q for going on the favor of Hellfire. Sorry about that.
And Luis goes down now. Hellfire finding plenty of picks here on offense. They're gonna get this point.
Yeah, Frosty, nice kill on, you know, Lucy, but it's really just like one of those like non-impactful kills, as Hellfire take the first point and pretty fast, much faster than Q4 Quarantine at least. And we'll see Lucy here with this blade, or not with the blade, on Genji, so definitely different. I'm definitely curious why Luis is still on this ball. I wonder if, I thought it was more like he was trying to touch on first point, but I guess they're actually going to be trying to run this ball.
And both Sigmas have their flux here, while Luis does have the mine, so on his side, these fluxes are probably going to come out this fight.
Yeah, and we're gonna see how, you know, how big the flux is. He gets a nice E on, nice rock on the Genji. He's gonna be forced off high ground Army Llama.
Lucy goes
Scythe
down to the line, but
returns it.
Scythe!
Yeah,
Scythe finds a big
Big
pick
for
here
him.
now as Army Llama just holding onto the flux, but here it comes, finds a lot, the
Hey, there's
entire
also
enemy team!
yeah,
It's
there's no
massive.
support ults. Look how they're all low, but I don't know
Although
if
the
they'll be able.
follow through not strong enough now as the Valkyrie comes through, keeping Q for Quarantine alive here.
They definitely built
Army
them all
Llama
over
goes
the room.
down. Luis is low, Scythe finds him. Now the ults are
Scythe
coming
gets
through for
one
both
more.
teams.
Wow, Meow with a pretty big blade, and
Ooh.
yeah, he gets one more. This goes on the side of Q4 Quarantine, or at least should. Yeah.
Uzi finds the pick right at the end. Scythe does go down slightly late though.
Yeah, Scythe really gains his. Alright, so his ult is not going to be as powerful as Frosty, because, you know, Frosty has that Bob that can contest the point, do a lot of damage. So Scythe has to get a lot of, you know, utility done, get a lot of usage done on this Widow to make it really worth it. Otherwise, I would take Ash mirror.
In this fight, it's G-Tex with the flux after Army Llama used theirs last fight.
Definitely. And
No hook for Lindsay. Army Llama finds a pick, but now G-Tech coming through with the flux, and the Nook finds Frosty back up for his team's J-Tech though. Looks like he's gonna go down here now. Stays alive just in the nick of time. Big rock coming through on Army Llama as
Lindsay gets a
Lindsay
hook
finds
on
it in
Nuke.
Nook.
oh, but the ball and Bob end up killing Lucy. Let's see if we get this damage boosted blade from Lucy here. Probably in the next fight, you know. We'll definitely see how it goes here.
Yeah, damage boosted blade at the very least probably gonna come through from Lucy.
Huh? And if Army Llama can farm up this quick, you know, flux, we can definitely, you know, use it to the advantage here. But let's see what Lucy can do to initiate and maybe get like 2 to 3 people here.
And with the damage boost coming through, now gone. Look away from the screen, children. This blade is naked. He just found Frosty. Now Louise finding Lucy, but the red's gonna come through. Lucy's back.
So you have a 6v5 right now. Winston just stoning out everyone, clearing out mines. Lucy just harassing. Now it's back to a 6v6 as Frosty gets res. And Scythe does fall down. Let's see if we get a big blade from Meow. And Meow gets 2 already. He's slicing and dicing. He gets 3. Wow.
And Ultimate's now do seem to be swinging in the favor. No, actually, still a pretty even ult fight. Actually, it's Q for Quarantine, who's technically ahead right now in ultimates. If you're Hellfire, you got to get in there, get those ultimates out of the enemy team, and hope you have one last fight afterwards.
And by everyone responds, this might be one of their last fights, as they're gonna initiate this fight probably around like 50 seconds. And Hellfire, they gotta pull something out of their sleeve. So right now, it's looking for Q for Quarantine.
Yeah, they're not going to get a recontest. This is probably going to be the last fight. Now, Army Llama and G-Tech both have the Flux, so this is going to be purely a Flux tool, most likely.
Yeah.
Here. The Bob could be big, though, for Frosty.
That's important. Oh, that's a
first
really
Flux.
big Flux off of
It
Army
catches a
Llama.
lot. Army Llama yet again with a huge Flux in sight.
Oh.
Follows up. Army Llama with huge
Wow.
Fluxes.
He got,
Oh.
what, all 5 of them? All 6 of them? Wow.
Yeah, I think the last 2 Fluxes from Army Llama have caught 6 enemy
But
team
this
members.
time, Sight actually was able to follow up. Same with Lucy and his dashes. I think that
And
just
that-
won them the point.
That Doomfist pick was key to be able to
Yeah.
follow up on that Flux.
Because before, Army Llama constantly been getting really big fluxes, just no follow-up. But now with the sights on Doomfist, he was able to get a big follow-up and ended up, killing 2. Wow. Army Llama, that was basically won them the fight. G-Tech.
Now Hailstorm here with a minute and 30 left. They get another fight if they just get the enemy team's ultimates out. Now Bob's coming through. They might be able to live through it fine, though. G-Tech
They're gonna
does
try
have
to
a
kill
Flux
this
on
Bob right here, but Bob's gonna get killed. Could be a nuisance in the back, not gonna be able to kill him. He forced out some ults. I would just regroup right now.
Hellfire's gonna have to back off this one.
Definitely, and we're gonna see Lucy has a blade here. If you get a big blade out of this, they can really just like snowball a little. They're gonna dive Wincy and Army Llama. Wincy might die here. He does die, but Lucy does return the favor on Glitch.
With Glitch being down, this could be big. Now G-Tech actually falls below, and he's there with Lucy. He's all alone. He finds the
We're kinda
rock,
like
but doesn't
last fight
anything. He's moved
territory.
map.
Wow!
Bill Dipperly, Octave coming through.
And we get an
G-Tech
early
down and
blade
off the
here.
map right now.
Yeah, we're almost done. And this is like last fight territory. What can both teams pull out? I know G-Tech still has his Flux. We have
A
Flux,
lot of
we have
ultimates for
Blade.
both teams, but Q for Quarantine notably has 4
We
ultimates
have a
up, so now
Blade, so
Hailstorm.
Morale's gonna die here. And now Floozy's coming back.
And despite
Floozy's
the
gonna
ultimates
get
for
that and okay,
Q
so
for
I think it's,
Quarantine, the Bob doesn't go out. Bob
Yeah.
dies. Frosty goes down. No Bob, unfortunately. Glitch down as well. Now Army Llama finds the pick, and
I think
Scythe's about to
it's
punch
here,
down
yeah.
into the earth here. Let's see where that goes. We'll find
the
anything,
ball
but
might
he
come in a
doesn't
little
go
too
down.
late, as Wincy could literally just boop it away. Frosty does end up killing Sight. And Ricky's getting harassed by Doomfist on the other team, but no, I think
They're
it's
actually
too late.
stalling right now.
Yeah.
Hellfire better be careful not to repeat last point that they seem
Definitely.
to have and then lost. They gotta kill this ball right now. Glitch
Ace
found
Flash
Ace
ends up
Flash.
dying. They really gotta kill this ball right
Hellfire.
now.
Better be careful here. Now 2 down for Q for
Army Llama
Quarantine. This could be big though.
Yeah. Get a
Now
Steve,
we're off
but
the
putting
point,
the
moved
focus
around. The
on
mines
Steve.
are gonna be big.
Yeah. And
Llama
yeah,
finds
Luis
the
with the
move.
big mines just end up killing Sight. G-Tech turns it on Wincy. They
2
cannot
are
choke
down
very-
for Hellfire right now
Yeah.
as they find some picks of their
And they
own.
try to
Oh
skip this,
wow.
but no, wow. Okay, Hellfire did not choke, and it's going to the 5th map. Wow.
We go from 5th map. We could
This
have
is
been. That could have
such
been
a
the end
game.
right there if Hellfire didn't clutch that out, but they
This is
do.
such a good game. And Q for
And now we're going
Quarantine.
to map 5. This is the final map. Army
Q for
Llama.
Quarantine had to
Play of the
survive.
game, by the way. Well
Two.
deserved. Amazing flux from Army Llama.
That's it. 1.
That's
I
all
think that's
6,
all 6.
baby.
Yeah, that's all 6.
That's all 6. Wow, massive flux.
Clean them up. Wow.
Whew.
I really think that won them the fight there. If you
For
only
sure.
got 1 or 2 people, and wow, 31% of team hero done, damage done by Army Llama. That's just impressive. Back to what I was
Alright.
saying. If G-Tech was able to return the favor with his own flux, Q for Quarantine might have won that. But Army Llama with a big flux that potentially won them the game. Really well done by him.
And before our next map here, we're going to go to a 3-minute intermission. Everybody stick around. At the end of this match, we're going to be announcing an MVP and doing our $20 giveaway to a random follower and viewer. Make sure you follow to be entered. We will be right back.
Yep.
In the underground, we're living low key. Can give you peace.
All right, I am back for a very exciting
Traveling to
map 5. Right now in the Overwatch Championship Series, I'm joined here. Jumpany joined by Existence. Very excited, by the way. Right at the end of this match, we're going to be announcing an MVP of the game, and then our viewer MVP is going to be given $20 Blizzard balance. Make sure you're around. Stick in the chat. You got to be here, and you got to be following to have your chance at winning, so that we can give you that balance right after this match. I believe is when the winner's going to be picked. So please, you got to be in the stream.
And
If
I
you want
don't
your
think
chance to
I've
win.
watched more competitive, you know, game than this.
Yeah,
On
for
one
sure.
side, Q for quarantine. Well, I thought they were gonna close out last game, and then we see a big, like, humongous flux from Army Llama because all 6 people. Sight is able to follow up, and they just roll from there. And
I really like
especially
this map
after
5.
Eichenwald, too. I thought 413 Hellfire. They're just gonna stomp 301. Or wow, we're on map 5, tied 2-2. Very good matchup from both of these teams. I'm very excited to see what's gonna, what they're gonna bring up next.
Both teams running very different brawl comps. While we see Ryan, Zarya, Lucio, Moira, the DPS is where the differences lie. Lucio on the Hanzo Scythe, on the Reaper for Hellfire, and we're going to have Meow and CM Frosty on the Somber Reaper comp for Q for Gorge.
And we see Lucy on this Hanzo constantly, and he's been getting a lot of value out of it. His mechanics are really good, and Army Llama kills
Llama.
Luis. Wow, that's a really big pick off now that Q for quarantine they have a main tank.
Oh, Army Llama popping off here after making some really good plays last map, really clutching it out for his team. He does the same here with an early pick.
And Sai just needs to, stay behind the shield and just poke at them. And Lucy ends up getting killed, but Ink Splash with a really early coalescence. Wow.
Lindsay
And-
finds one as Ink Splash finds two of, very early coalescence from Ink Splash. Gets Hellfire to the point.
And Q for quarantine again, they just take the map there. Take the round. I mean, not the. I don't know what I'm saying. They take the fight there. Really well done.
It's okay, it's been a long game, I understand.
Yeah. Long game.
A very exciting one at that.
Octave and Nanu, they both have beats. Octave might have to use a little earlier as G-Tech is closer to grabs than Army Llama. Same thing with Luis as the
set up
Shatter.
for the hack here too on the right side. That's something to watch out for. Now that hack could be big, but now with G-Tech coming in, using up his bubbles here.
And Wiz
Gonna
is
have a
actually
grab
gonna get a big
online.
fire strike.
Yeah, a lot of ults online here for Q for Quarantine.
Oh, Lucy just picks off Meow.
Huge shatter from G-Tech as Lucy finds a pick. Now
Yeah.
that's going to be a roll for Q for Quarantine following that big, massive shatter.
Yeah, definitely. I saw Lucy just kill Meow MC, but then, big shatter coming off from Luis, and they're able to just, with the Lucio tempo at least, they're able to just speed past and clean up Hellfire. So, we'll see what both teams are going to bring up here. We definitely have grabs on both sides. There was Shatter on the side of 413 Hellfire. We also have a Grab Dragon. Yeah, I do
Ryan
think
flashed. Lots of ultimates come through, but Q for Quarantine getting the early picks. It's going to seemingly go their way.
And the EMP from Meow was just waiting for the beat to be used because, again, EMP just cancels the beat, so...
And with the exception of beat, Hellfire has 5 ultimates online, essentially. As Ink Splash most likely is going to have Cole for this next fight.
Definitely gonna get it really fast, and wow. As
And
of
here it
now,
goes, up to 95. There it goes. That's going to be 100 very soon.
definitely. So now, yeah, Ink Splash is gonna, initiate with the early call, and this should be a wipe with the Grab Dragon.
Woo!
Ink Splash does end up dying, but the speed is a little too late. Wincy with a pretty big shatter. Really big shatter, actually. They're gonna kill the Zarya here, perhaps? Yeah, Sight ends up killing her. Sight ends up dying, but it's a little too late. And, yeah. Luffy showing his Hanzo skill really well. They should... Oh, I don't know if they can kill... Meow MC. Oh, they do. That's a pretty big
Ooh.
stagger. It's about like 8 seconds, 10 seconds.
A lot of ultimates online for Q for Quarantine, by the way, for this next fight. It's going to be hard for
Definitely.
Hailstorm.
Yeah,
No
we have-
beat here to defend, and you are ahead now on percentage, so you can lose a fight if you need to.
Yeah, we'll see if Glitch can use the early call. And if Meow commits the EMP here, then G-Tech's grab, which she might use later, is gonna be basically no follow-up as Octave can use the beat. So we'll definitely see how Q for Quarantine, what they try to use to just win the fight. But Wincy goes down, it's a pretty big shatter by Luis, but Sight gets 3! Wow! That is such a...
The Scythe, absolutely insane right now. Big Death Blossom, and despite the
Definitely.
ultimate advantage, the Hellfire win this fight, and Q for
And now we're in
Quarantine are going to
last fight.
struggle to touch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they have a lot of ults though. They do.
G-Tech could definitely use the grab with this EMP to
Luis
follow
going
up.
for the touch here. Does Luis get in on time? Yes, they do. Now the EMP follows up.
But when they end
finding
up
the
getting
pit.
Luis, that should never happen.
Wow.
The EMP Death Blossom gets no one, and there's a grab. But is that enough? As Octave farms up the... Oh, might be low too late.
Picks, the beat comes through though. Lucy finds a pick. It's all even right now with the beat. Coming in favor of Hellfire. Frosty finds Scythe though. 99%. Army Llama finds a pick though. That's massive.
But we still
Could
have...
still be winnable. Now
yeah.
the ball comes through. Meow MC finds a pick, and with that, Q for Quarantine's going to take this point, but Hellfire got plenty of time to touch and take another fight. They do have the ultimate advantage on their side.
They have Grab Dragon coming up, and they might use beat here, but, you know, it's going to shred them. And we also have Shatter. Winsy, if he gets a big Shatter off, you know, that might be huge.
Very doable for Winsy.
And on
Especially
the
without
side-
an enemy Ryan to block it as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah, that's a good observation. I don't really see anyone that can really oppose Winsy except for the Sombra hack. And they are trying to hack him.
He gets blocked and finds
two
two.
shatters. Yeah.
The grab comes through. Reaper though does get out. That's
Oh,
Frosty. God!
Diva ends up
Eaten
eating.
by G-Tech.
Yeah.
Doesn't eat the grab, but he eats the dragon just as big.
Yeah.
Now Octave finds G-Tech out of the mech though.
And Frosty ends up killing Scythe, but Lucy ends up killing Frosty in return. You have to kill Baby Diva here. You can't let him get his new mech.
Baby
And-
D. Winsy finds the pick and boops a few off the point. Now Luis though finding Octave. Luis finding another.
But Lucy finds Glitch, and
Lucy and Luis.
oh, Lucy ends up getting a headshot on Meow.
This could go either way. Now Winsy goes back, finds the health pack. His team's finding picks on the point, but Frosty
Yeah.
finds one. Those mines are gonna hurt him bad. He goes down.
It's like shooting Death Blossom, but it's not enough, and
doesn't
Luis really
matter.
just gets 4.
Wow. Oh
That's-
my gosh. Just like Li Zhang, a 99-100 going in the favor of Q for Quarantine.
Score.
I didn't realize how I was questioning that ball play from Luis, but at the end he got 4 kills, and wow, that was just
Ready for
a
battle.
big turn of events coming for Q for Quarantine. Q for Quarantine does take the first round. Let's see if 413 Hellfire, if they can win this map and potentially bring it to round number 3, or if Q for Quarantine can close this interesting and very adventurous series here.
And the composition's interesting for both teams. Lucy off the Hanzo actually on running a McCree now. That could
Yeah.
be good. We could see some flash shatter coming through maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna see double shield here, an unorthodox double shield here with this Ryan and Sigma, and on the side of Hellfire we have, you know, a brawl comp. They're gonna get straight to point. Q4
And might I
Quarantine can
say,
get, like,
Ink Splash is a player to watch early here with the rapidity of these coalescence being built. Watch
Yeah.
Ink Splash early here.
yeah,
This
they're
is a
gonna build
coalescence.
really fast, and Willie's just getting E off.
Look at
Willie,
these
you know,
portals. It's early for Hellfire. They're ahead by a decent bit. Pretty good play here.
definitely, and Scythe's just gonna flank around. He's just gonna get some of his damage done. Scythe's actually gonna get a lot of damage done. I might have to run back low here. Let's see what Winston can really do. He needs to get big, you know, get big fire strikes so he can farm up his shatter.
And now it is Luis ahead on the shatter right now, 76. Although it's tied actually. Make that Winsy coming back very quickly with the
Flash
fire
with a
strike. Here
early
comes
gold.
Gold.
Wow.
And although a lot of support ultimates are coming online, the mirror coming
A
through
lot
now.
of
Ink Splash staying at a distance, but the fire strike comes through as they beat.
and Nanook use Nanook use beats, just push the tempo, and Q4 Quarantine take it. But now if you look at the side of Hellfire, they do have an ult advantage, just by a little bit.
Luis
they're
has a
almost-
shatter, but a lot of ultimates for Hellfire are coming through.
almost have, yeah, they have a 1 to 2 advantage. Who knows if Meow can actually get a new tire by the time. But yeah, let's see what I definitely think G-Tech's gonna use Flux early here, bait out the, you know, Octave B, and then, but Army Llama, look at his grab. Army Llama's grab is basically free here.
And there it goes, a big flux for G-Tech actually. Sorry, Army Llama now goes
Luis
down
has
to
a big
Luis.
pick.
Big shatter for Luis.
Wow, look at Winsy though, he returns it with a 4-man shatter.
Wow, big shatter. 2 go down to the fire strike. Nanook finding a pick. Meanwhile, Lucy finding Frosty. Luis goes down now to the recovery. The reinforcements coming
Should
through
go
for
in the way of
Hellfire.
Hellfire. That was a 4-man shatter from Winsy. That's a really big shatter actually. 4-man shatter. He kills 2 off a fire strike and kill Meow here, yeah. So definitely they gotta watch out for this Meow tire. you know, Louis could one-shot it potentially. But Army Llama, he saved his grav, right? So, Lucy, if they get a grav dragon here, you know, that's an easy win for, you know, Hellfire, because Q4 Quarantine, they have no support ults to really match it other than Immorph, but Immorph could go down really
Drive
fast.
Dragon will be big. Sight's Blossom will be the ultimate to watch before that, as Meow MC now has a choice of tiring, not going to, as they see the grab is
Yep.
big.
And Wizzy gets a kill on the end.
And
No,
Nook,
that's
too,
really
big
big.
hit.
Wizzy gonna use
Nick
Shatter
goes down
here.
to
I don't
big.
think it was really
Wow.
necessary, but yeah.
True,
As if
might
they already
have
won the
been
fight,
necessary.
but it's fine.
And
You
the
know-
Dragon does get held on to. Now both DPS ultimates
Yeah.
here for Hellfire, but Meow MC still has that tire, and that could be all they need to win this game, Frank.
Interrupt the game. Lucy has a really good he's been getting really good dragons. He could potentially get 2 to 3, you know, kills here. I'm just predicting it just by past history. He's been getting a lot of kills with his dragon. So let's see what he can get up here.
Meow MC with the tire coming through early, but it doesn't find anything. Lucy gets the Immorph.
And like
Meanwhile,
I
it finds the
said,
dragon.
he got full.
Lucy with a 4-man completely naked dragon. Woo!
Again, Lucy has been getting constant kills with his dragon. He's been flanking a lot. And there he goes again. Like I said, he got 2 to 3 kills, and he got 4 kills actually.
Sight still has
Wow.
Blossom, by the way. Sight's
And-
Blossom.
Yeah, Sight
Could
has
be big, but a
Blossom.
lot of ultimates are online right now for Quarantine. Hellfire has to try to catch up and get their support ultimates right
Yeah.
now.
Octave and Ink Splash need to farm up their ults really quick. Octave is kind of farming it up quickly, but Ink Splash,
Oh, big
Get it?
shatter from Luis, but
yeah.
doesn't
And that's
find
a pretty
too
big
much
force.
now.
That's against beating from Octave. And
Beat
now
with-
Lucy's just poking from above.
Yeah, MC finds a pick, but that's a perfectly timed beat from Octave. Lucy finds
And
2
look at
now.
Lucy, he gets 3.
Oh, the
He's being
coalescence
short.
comes through. Lucy finding another pick as Nanook finds one, but Octave finds Luis now. Hellfire's probably going to take this round. We're going to go to the final round of map 5.
This game is so interesting. Like, I really thought Q4 Quarantine was gonna take it there.
Yeah, that looked like the end, but Hellfire just clutching it out with their ultimate
Q4
pick,
Quarantine.
right?
They had a lot of ult advantage, but like, for example, individual plays like Winsy getting that 4-man shatter, even after Army Llama dies early from a charge from Luis. Winsy goes around, gets a 4-man shatter, kills 2 with Fire Strike, and Lucy kills the other 2. And that's just how, like, it just shows like this individual play. When you're using snipers and stuff, it's really based on, you know, what, you know, if the Luisi can get a really good pick, if Sight and Winsy could get, you know, good combos off. It just really just relies on individual play, and that's what we saw from Hellfire. They were able to take it despite, you know, constantly being down ult advantage.
And Nanook is a player to watch out for right now. Those boops were massive at the start of that one round that we saw. Now we're gonna see that again.
Definitely.
You got to be careful of your Hailstorm.
Yeah, and they're running a dive here for tanks at least, for Quarantine. Against a Brawl, if you know, Hellfire could take point advantage here, then basically Hellfire wins, as Q4 Quarantine have to dive them.
Nanook is looking for something.
dies,
Lucy goes
gets
down
called
early.
out.
Now MC
Yeah.
finding a big pick. Yeah, Hellfire now does have point control though. Can they stall it out just long enough to get their player back? The boop doesn't go anywhere for
And
Nanook.
Winsy dies here too.
Luis, yeah,
Really
finding Winsy.
unfortunate.
That's gonna be
Unless
big
you have big
for Q4
Octave, it's gonna go in the way of Q4
Ooh,
Quarantine.
Luis, yet another pick. Octave does find G-Tech, however, but Luis has been popping off, finding a lot of picks. Now Octave finds another, but
Might
the
be a
point
little
does
too
go.
late. Yeah, it's a little too late as Q4 Quarantine takes it. Lucy is harassing.
Nanook finding a pick on Army Llama there late. Big stagger.
Yeah, pretty big segue, especially for has such a slow character Army Llama is, or Zarya is. And Winsy's coming back on this Winston. He's gonna have to get a lot of value out of this because
Although the enemy team running the Winston ball, they think their Winston Zarya can maybe do a little better. Let's see how it matches
yeah,
up right
and
now.
fight switches to Doomfist, which we've seen before has worked pretty well on Havana. And Winsy dives in, he's gonna get the bubble from Army Llama. He's gonna get a lot of damage here, but it's really no follow-up from his dive because again, Sight isn't fully back yet. Sight ends up dying.
Sight goes down to me on
Octave
C.
gets
Ah,
a defeat. And
Where's
Winsy's
the
gonna
G-Tech off
dive,
the
you
map?
know. Okay, Winsy stays alive, really good healing from Ink Splash. Ink Splash has a coalescence, he can pop it here.
Ultimates online. Lucy finds a pick. That's Frosty going down as Nanook finds another boop here. Army Llama goes down. These Lucios are back and forth all day long as the beat comes through. Lucy and Luis are both finding picks right now.
A lot of good picks, yeah. Sight returns the favor. he actually might get another
Revenge
one.
on Meow MC, who picked him off just a
Yeah.
moment ago, and essentially the same team fight. Lucy now finds a pulse, and Hellfire can take this point, and off the map goes
Frosty
Winston, but he's going to jump back. G-Tech jumping right back onto the map now.
Yeah.
Stalling out this point. This is going to be hard for Hellfire to win now. Already at 80% for Q for Quarantine.
They definitely have to get a quick win right now. And Dirty committed
Speed
grab
from
but
Nanook, too.
speed
A
from
lot
that
of
match.
ultimates are online here.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Winston's gonna
Hellfire
get
doesn't have a whole
big,
lot.
Winston's gonna pick off Frosty with his
He does! He finds Frosty, but a lot of picks are
No,
coming
he
through.
gets two with Frostler.
Another one clutch play from Meow MC.
And
Meow
wow.
MC and Luis are two players who have just been absolutely all over the place today.
Yeah, they've constantly been everywhere, and I think Q for Quarantine might
This
take
is it, Hellfire. This is their last touch. This is their last
Yeah.
touch. His Octave goes off the map, but he's stalling it out. He's dancing around down there. Lucy does go down. It's not over yet, however. Ultimates are going to come online. Scythe could build the Doomfist ultimate if he stays alive long enough. No, he goes off
I
the
get
map.
off. Yeah, and then
Big
Nuke
pick for Frosty, finding Ink Splash. Meow MC finds another one. Q for Quarantine is
Oh.
effectively cleaning up this point right now. This could be the game, and it is.
Wow.
Q
We
for
went to the
Quarantine.
extent. We went to map 5, third round. Such a good game today, and we've seen talent on both sides. It's really just come down to individual plays.
Play of
That's what made it so, that's what gave, Q for Quarantine the edge. The boosts from the Nuke and Luis as his hamster ball play really well. Really well done. Wow.
Big play of the game there for Scythe, but overall, Q for Quarantine is going to take that map, and with that, they take the game today. Congratulations to Q for Quarantine. We're going to have a hard time picking an MVP here. Can I say Nanook?
Definitely.
Great all around, a huge four-man boop that cannot be forgotten about. Luis, a player that we saw like constantly in the kill feed on the ball, just popping off constantly. And Meow MC also, DPS, who absolutely clutched out a lot of moments here. Existence, you know Q for Quarantine a little bit better than I do. What do you think here? Out of those three players specifically, who do you feel is the MVP of this match?
As an unsung hero, I really think the Nuke wins. For example,
Nuke,
he's
yeah.
been showing off on these control maps. First map he gets a 4-man boot. That's really big, and that just gives them point presence, which they later use to win. And then, this third map or this fifth map, third round, Nepal, he was just able to constantly provide good beats. First of all, he outspeeded Octave to beat almost every time, which is nothing on Octave. It just shows how good the Nuke has been this whole series. And then, the third round, many boops from the Nuke that just showed off to pay off really well and give the edge for Q for Quarantine. So I really think as our MVP right now, I think the Nuke takes it.
Yeah, we're going to get Nanook into a voice chat here soon. Great play from him all day long. See if we can get him in
Definitely.
here.
Yeah, and I'll move him in.
Nanook, how's it going? Congratulations first off on the victory. How do you feel right now?
Pretty ecstatic. It feels really good.
So, going into this game, what was your guys' game plan? We obviously saw you find a lot of boops, and we'll talk about the big play in particular. I'm sure we all know what I'm referencing there.
Uh-huh.
What was your plan going into this game, and how were you able to find such decisive boops in those team fights?
Time. A lot of time on Lucio. A lot of wasted time on Lucio. But I don't know. The plan was just trying to enable our DPS as much as possible and with our tank space.
For sure.
And just
It
trying to
worked.
let them get the picks they needed.
Definitely,
But I guess
and
it ended up getting me picks.
that unleashing tower, of course, that infamous 4-man boot. I mean,
Going
what was
through your
going through your
mind, man.
head? Yeah.
Well, I knew they were probably going to stay on Sim, so I did the Lucio rollout out of spawn, and I saw them TP, so I was like, oh, free boot. So
Wow.
I guess I got 4.
That was
Wow.
such
In
a heads
the
up
comms,
play.
I literally yelled. I said, "Oh, I think I got a couple," and then there was 4 people dead. And I was like, "Oh my god!" Everyone was shouting.
Yeah.
Certainly got a couple.
That was definitely a really good heads up play that they're going to be running sim and they're going to teleport there, because who knows, if you didn't get 4 people, nonetheless, even like 1 person, they would have had a point presence and they
Yeah.
could have rolled. So that's a really big impactful boot. And I want to
Thank you.
say, going down on Havana, that 6-man flux from Army Llama, and then you guys just ended up losing that map. What was your mental at going into map 5?
We were a little boomed. Like we wanted to close it out fast, but we kept it together. We obviously held strong in Nepal, even though it went to game 3. I think we did pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Stayed
definitely.
strong and pulled the W through. By the way, everybody stick around. We are going to be doing our giveaway very soon. Everybody stick around for that. So Nanook, any last words here for us and the people in chat who watched your amazing performance today?
Thank you for all the support from the Ash Esports people that are in there. And yeah, just keep an eye out for us. We are a team to watch. Thank you.
Definitely. And
Thank you, Nanook.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely thank you for just taking your time and getting interviewed by us. Really good
Yeah,
plays.
I was a little nervous for this, but
Well, you did amazing.
seems to be okay.
Stunning. I do think we are going to stick around here. Nanook, you're free to go. We're going to stick around and do our
Thank you.
giveaway here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, make sure you guys stick around. You got to be here right now and following to be entered in this giveaway. I believe we are.
Ooh, I cannot wait to see
selecting
the
right
winner
now.
of this giveaway.
Let's see who it is. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this all live on stream, I believe. Let's see how it goes. Let's hold around for a while and see if we can announce that on stream. I'm gonna check around actually and find out. Hello, Rad.
Hey there. That
So we-
was an exciting match if I ever saw one. Wow.
Yeah,
I
very
think
exciting
that was our
match.
first map 5 here on 413 as well.
That is not true.
Oh, I lied.
413 Hailstorm, the team that I am on, actually played Q for Quarantine in round 1, week 1, and we also went to a map 5, round 3, where Q for Quarantine also clutched it. So
Wow. So a history.
this is the second time that they were able to do it, and truth be told, they're a really good team, and they showed it again today. So kudos, absolutely.
Team to
Definitely
watch
are
out
a very
for.
good team. Both teams, competed really well today. Just came down to the edge.
Absolutely, and I love me some good Overwatch, so I'm pretty sure that everyone here is on the edge of their seat. Nanook, however, is not the only MVP that we are picking today. We are also picking a viewer/follower MVP, and I have the tool set up here, and all I have to do is click this button, and it'll give me a random name of the viewers in chat. So, how about we go ahead and do this?
Here we go.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and click this button here. If you guys want to count down,
Yeah,
give me some excitement.
Let's start at 5. 5's a good number.
Are you sure? Are you
5.
sure you want to start at 5? Not at 3, or maybe at 6 or 7? Or
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with 5. I think 5.
Yeah.
I had to think about it for a second, but I think I can
Okay.
go with that. I can
Go
go
ahead.
with 5. 5, 4,
4,
3, 2, 1.
And the winner is SS Boat Name. SS Boat Name.
I know that is.
Congratulations, dude.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Send a PM or a DM to 413 Esports, and we are gonna go ahead and get you that $20 worth of Blizzard balance. You can spend this on any Blizzard game, any shop item, any Activision game. Go ahead and send us a DM. We will get you that money transferred, that balance transferred. And while we are at it, guys, we will be casting again tomorrow, and we will be doing another giveaway once we reach 200 followers. So get your friends on board, hit that follow button. I've always wanted to say that live on stream, and come back for another prize. At 200 followers, we might even increase it a little bit from $20. Who knows?
Ooh,
Gotta check us
Very
tomorrow.
awesome. We'll see you guys then.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
4-3. Existence
Alright.
signing off. See you guys.
See you guys. Yeah, definitely.
DM us boat name. That's his boat name. DM us for the $20. Thanks for the game. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Clock's ticking, time is over. Before you know you're older. So sober, alone, the bitch you getting my cold shoulder. You crying like it's rain. You causing all the pain. No closure, I'm colder. You getting nothing, Joker.
Get down.